So, good morning, and this is my daily tarot read, and I've used it for taking a look at defects of character that I have throughout the day, and so I let the universe pick what I should focus on, and to help me start the day by breathing. So I figured I would just share that, and maybe you might find something that you want to focus on throughout the day, something to think about. The tarot is about presenting future options. If the tarot says something about anger, you've been forewarned. So if you react angry, or if I react angry, or if we react angry, then the tarot actually said, hey, this is something to focus on today. And so we can assume responsibility for our day. We don't need to have justifiable anger and all that other wonderful stuff. So it just helps me to focus on the day and help me to relax in the morning. Every time I shuffle, I take a breath. So, I'm going to do my 3+1. Okay, so we're going to start right out with the Diablo. We're going to start with the devil, which is about our own defects of character. It's about self-harm and the harm we do to others. But it's also based in context. So let's see what the context is. And we have the Knight of Cups. Almost looks like he's presenting something to the devil card. Then we have the Strength card, who's turned away from it. So, just looking at it like this, it appears that we really want to feed into all those bad habits. The Knight of Cups, you know, it's fire and water, and it's someone who, you know, could be a player or romantic, or someone whose emotions can be volatile because it is fire and water. They generally have a good intent. So it's one of those things today where, you know, we want to have a good time. You know, where we want to joke around and things like that, you know, and feed into maybe some negative behavior, you know, because it's fun. And that's what the Knight of Cups is. He's all about the fun. So, you know, when you've got, you know, you're feeding into stuff and, you know, it's just harmless fun, but it can cause problems. And so the follow-up card to that is saying, you know what? Take a look at what you're feeding into today. Take a look at what I'm feeding into today. Take a look at what we are feeding in today. That might be negative behavior, that might be hurting somebody else, might be hurting ourselves. What are we feeding into? Anger. We can feed into that because anger is a great drug. It gives you a high. It makes you feel superior to other people, and it's justifiable. Nothing feels better than justifiable anger. I am angry because I'm justified. They did something. And in all reality, you're hurting yourself. I'm hurting myself as much as anybody. Now that's that quote unquote people living rent free in our head while we're sitting there angry. But the tarot this morning is giving us a forewarning here, especially saying the strength card, we need to turn our back on it. We need to turn our back on these bad behaviors. She looks so peaceful and calm, holding all these defects of character and all these issues calmly in her hand. That's confidence. That is saying that, you know what, I don't need to get angry about it. I don't need to just lash out. I feel confident enough. I don't feel, we lash out when we're hurt. We lash out when we're angry. We lash out when we think somebody's trying to take something from us. But when we have self-confidence, when we are dealing with these issues before they happen, we take a breath, then somebody can do something and we can say things like, I just don't agree with that. Or, no, that's not how it's going to happen. You don't have to yell. This is what I'm getting from this for my day. I'm going to keep an eye out on that. So I'm going to flip over the other card, and this is the advice card. So the advice card is the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins is about being solid, whether at work because we have the coins, but also at home because, coins is what we use to support our family. It feeds us and everything else. But the 10 of coins is about being absolutely solid in it. So what I'm taking away from this today, and what I hope that maybe we can all focus on for the day, is trying not to feed into all those negative emotions, all those justifiable angers, all the feeling, that the hurt feelings we get that we can just wallow in because it makes us, again, it's like that rightism, and because they actually touch something in us that triggered a negative emotion, and then we just kind of wallow in it while they walk away. And it's saying that we need to get hold of those feelings today, identify them if nothing else. Strength here has identified the issue. She is grappling with it, and she is just calmly saying, I understand why I got triggered today. With the advice being, focus on what is solid in your life. If it's home, if it's work, the 10 of coins, 10s are about completion and getting ready to start over again. It's, you've come to the end of the road and look at the things that you have that are good, with family, with work, we all have something good in our lives. And the 10 of coins is saying to focus on that instead of focusing and feeding, as you can see the knight's doing, feeding into all that stuff that just lives in our head rent-free. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sit here and just think about what I have going on in my job, which is where I'm going. And, my reactions already today. And how to get hold of them, those negative things, and actually just calmly and peacefully just handle it. Just be aware. Yeah. Just be aware and take control. don't need to get angry. Don't need to get hurt. Don't need to feel all that. Okay, so that's it for today.